No sword in my hands, just a will that won't break. I've seen modest terror tremble, felt every quake. Sam carried Frodo when he couldn't go on. Now I carry that heart even when hope is gone. Then King Gandalf's staff lit the sky. Even the darkest times still let light fly. From Isengard fall to Helm's Deep's last stand. I rise with the brave, not just sword in hand. Don't fight for crowns, I don't kneel to fate. I stand like Eo and I won't hesitate. Aragorn's cry, Theoden's charge in the fray. I'm the flame in the dusk till the break of day. I don't fight for crowns, I don't kneel to fate. I stand like Eo and I won't hesitate. Aragorn's cry, Theoden's charge in the fray. I'm the flame in the dusk, the break of day. Fellow of the rings, I give it all. From Moria's dark to Mount Doomfall. Fellow, beyond the pain, we fight till it's over, we rise again. From ashes we rise, we answer the call. We stand for the light, we are one for all. Born with the fire like smog in the air, but I learned from Boromir, beware despair. Power corrupts, the ring's heavy price. Gollum fell chasing it twice. I saw Denethor fall, blinded by fear, while Faramir stood, silent but clear. Galadriel's grace, but a fire inside. She passed on the test, while others just lied. I'm not just a fighter, I'm light through the shade. Like Legolas swift, and Gimli unafraid. From Rivendell's peace to the Black Gate's cry, I rise like the eagles, I will not die. Hello, we give it all. From the Shire to Shadow, we heed the call. Hello, beyond the flame, with hearts unbroken, we rise again. Through trolls and wraiths, we rise through the fall. We stand for the weak, we are one for all. Hello, through fire and stone, from ends that march to thrones overthrown. Hello, no fear remains, even Sauron's shadow breaks at our name. We carry the ring, we answer the call. We stand as the light, we are one for all. I am here with the fellow of the rings.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday and welcome to live stream 20 of 20 of our daily Rise to War live stream, y'all. What's going on, Necromancer? By the way, brother, I have already marked all the messages, so you see there's no red popping up on this side right here. We good, my man, we good. What's up, Necro? What's up, Hard Rule, Casanova? We got Turgon, Whale, Hurricane Harvey, Clayona, and Moscow in the chat. What's going on, everyone? How's your Monday? What's up, Justil? Hope you guys are having... Look at that, Latricia. Tank City. What's up, Nick Rush? How you doing? All right, guys, don't forget, as you coming in, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe if you haven't yet. Give us that support that we much appreciate. All right, guys. Remember where we left off yesterday, which was very late, by the way. Whew, that was a late stream yesterday. We went from 11 o'clock until almost 3 in the morning. Although I enjoyed it very much. Your Wi-Fi is bad. Where you at, Hard Rule? Tank City, now I got your message. Nick, I got your message, my man. So let's see who we have right here. Let me see who I got right now. Man, I got swapped. Let's see. Let's just tell everybody live stream is up. I guess I can post a link to the live stream, can't I, on YouTube, on the world chat here. It is better now. I'm glad it is. There we go. Y'all can watch it if you want. Hop on, boys and girls. Oh, I forgot to post the link to the live stream, and I forgot to spam it everywhere. Gotta spam it, you know. If we don't spam it, we don't get, you know. Let's just give me a quick second here, y'all. I'm gonna start. So hopefully by the end of the week. I don't know if you missed a lot. Oh no, from today now we're still getting started, man. But hopefully by the end of the week we shall be also live streaming on Twitch. On Twitch, y'all. We becoming popular. Just kidding. No, we're not. But no, Twitch is just a different place we can be. So let's be there, you know. Got this place to spam. Where else can we spam some stuff? This one here too. No, I haven't done this in a while, but let's spam it on the Forge. Yeah, let's spam it. Yo, let's spam it. Let's go, baby. All right, so we good to go here. Ah, man, little by little. What's the link to your Twitch? Let me get it for you. Let me just give me a second here, my man. I got you. What's up, Simon? Yeah, I mean, Simon in the Forge. Like, funny, has a lot of people in the Forge, but nobody talks anymore. Let's get, where do I get, oh, here we go. The link to my Twitch is this one. Copy link address. Copy link address, my man. Where is it? Here, oof. Would that paste? Oh, too many. Wait, give me a second. It pasted too many things. Ah, come on. Let's see. Here we go. Got you. Here we go. Man, what's going on here? I don't want no redirect link. Give him this one. Ah, here we go. There you go, brother. There's a link to Twitch for you guys that wanna join. Yeah, so we're gotta you know, kind of finalize setting it up. And so yeah, boy. Moscow, you depend on Moscow. Me, I got two followers on Twitch so far. Yeah, boy. I never streamed there, so make shooting great again. Who is posting? Yeah, Imperial this season. Yeah, all right. How's that going? Season pretty active for you guys there. All right, guys. Now, let's see who said that. Rick Swift. If you start using Frodo and Sam, I'll take credit. So, I used to use Frodo and Sam a lot before Saruman became a meta. I mean, I just liked using him because he, you know, oftentimes keep my formation, you know, alive for quite a bit of time. Where's Golo Justice? That's a good question. Bro is busy running his biz. He's busy running his biz, man. Talking about Golo, I gotta do something for him tonight still. So I used to run a lot of Frodo and Sam. Let me pull up my game here. I used to run a lot of Frodo and Sam a few seasons back, and then I switched kind of fully to Falcon. I enjoy playing Falcon a lot, and then you know, the whole situation with who do we got here? The whole situation with Saruman became a problem, and so we kind of been switching things around. Got my first gold gear full of refined upgrades. Like, yo, let's go. That's what it's about, man. And then once I did that, let's put this down. I kind of stopped even playing with Frodo and Sam just because, you're having Galadriel, high respect, like, let's run that. But, since we started talking about tanks and stuff a couple days ago, kind of been thinking, and obviously some ideas you guys brought up, I was thinking, let's try Frodo and Sam again. And then again, since last night, I've been playing a lot with Frodo and Sam all day. I trained a lot of mountain trolls because I'm trying to find what I'm trying to do here, guys. Let me be transparent with y'all. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the best, plug and play commanders in the game. What happened? How you got pushed back? I mean, potentially just numbers wise, we're having to divert some of our attention to the east. Who's fighting down here? Oh wow, Dash and Red are all the way over here. Interesting. Okay, so I mean, we're having to divert some of our attention to the east because no Ad and Alo are over here hitting this. I don't know if they took it, but I don't think they took it yet. Not yet, at least. But they're probably gonna go for. The spring is here, and the fortress is being built here. So most likely gonna go for this and then invade this area. So we're dividing our attention into various different places, like here as well. So we're just trying to stay afloat here for now. But no, they basically took the crossing. It's going to be an interesting situation right now over here. You got 17 armies here with another 8. That's going to be... Whew, we'll see how it goes. Now, the thing is, I've been playing with a lot of different ideas. And I'll show you guys, how it's been. And most likely what I'll end up doing. I actually want to run Frodo and Sam in one of my 4 main formations. And this is, this is where I'm gonna get this done. So look at that. I mean, look how many reports from Frodo and Sam. Look at that, all day, baby, just going at it all day with Frodo and Sam. Okay, this is us playing last night. That was yesterday. Okay, then we did a couple of hits last night with Frodo and Sam. Let's see what these were. Okay, so this was first playing with the 3 evasion and White Council. Seems like it did well here, doesn't it? But you are so wrong. Yeah, then we got wrecked we did well here as well. And then we got wrecked here. All right. So basically, no, that doesn't work. But once we started hitting multiple times, we're like, look, man, Frodo and Sam, very minimal healing from Undying. And Frodo and Sam is just he's always alive. He's just always alive. All right, cool. So that was something, in the back of my mind here. So that's the first build we tried. Well, also does the evasion stack? Did you check the text? I will be checking that a little bit later, but that's not the build that I would go for. Me personally. So then we tried a little bit different. So 2 evasion and then some CC and the White Council. Didn't do too bad at face value, right? Didn't do too bad. But then when you look at what commanders I have, you're like, okay, so definitely doesn't make sense to run this formation. So he took 2 hits. Second one, only Sauron died. I mean, and Undying, actually. Both of these died. So still not what I'm looking for. Well, I know, but then I got, I'm just full Sandia here, Necro. I'm just see what happens if I just randomly fight people. What's up, Angus? Yo, man, I missed you yesterday. But I know it's because I streamed way too late, and I know where you're based. The U of the K. And so I know it was very late. I streamed at 11 o'clock last night, and we're back here earlier today, yo. Okay, so I shouldn't have done this. All right, so let's go back here. So we hit those 2. Not a whole, not very exciting. We just took, I was watching, just didn't have phone. All right, man, I'm glad you then watched. Awesome. Yeah, it was very late. Yeah, I hope not to do that ever again, man. I honestly hope not to do that ever again. It was very late for everybody. On this side of the map, at least. Firefly Oogie, is it possible for me to try your large unit squad? Yeah, I mean, who are you? What team you play? Let me know and we can make it happen. Just tell me the time, the place. Am I not getting sniped? Then we can probably do it. Took Pelagear. Nice. That's good, man. Oh, you're Mesmer. Okay, cool. I mean, we can set it up. Let's just see what happens, you know. I hope we can have like a last week PvP stuff just to test things around, where I can get some nice, you know, war drummers and maybe some wusses to, you know, to really give me some nice tests. So we did these two, right? Did poorly. Those two setup didn't really work. So I'm like, okay, let's try something else. Instead of undying, let's try some, you know, a bunch of CC, some healing and evasion and yada yada. This first hit didn't do too bad. Izao is not a bad player. I mean, very decent formation, you know, very decent formation. Didn't do too bad. If you look at the results here, it came 6th. Whoo, baby, that's good damage, man. That is some good damage. 781,000 on a big keep. Yeah. All right, Firefly, you got me, bro. I appreciate it. So let's make it happen. Whenever, you know, things kind of cool down, we're gonna have, you know, it will actually be kind of cool. You know, because I'm able to now stream daily, or I'm not able to. I'm making the time to stream daily. I think people are gonna be more excited to have a little end of season PvP area, which is like, you know, just people just hitting each other, and we can have basically the whole community. Imagine how cool that'd be. That I think that I'm gonna try to set that up. Imagine last few days of the season, you know, as long as there's no crazy fighting, we can all come into one place. And everybody from, like, you know, all the teams, Fire, you know, NOAD, and whoever wants to, joins voice chat. We hit each other, analyze the hits, see what can be improved, and just have a good time. I think we can make it happen. All right, let's do it. Second hit though, look where we're going back to that same formation that I tried earlier. Remember, with Radagast. What's up, Skada? It's 36. Yeah, the 36 that you just saw that was the healing from Galadriel. Oh, what 36? This one? That's 48,000 healing. Yeah, so then the second hit, 27 healing. You know, the second hit, we're running. What's up, Angus? Come on, man. My boy Angus with the 20-pound super chat, man. You getting me? You know, what's the word that we say? There's a word in Portuguese we say, mal acostumado. I don't even remember how you say that in English. Angus, I appreciate you, my man. Let's see where it is. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Well, Stead, what language do you speak? Speak Portuguese or Spanish? All right, so again, Angus, my bro. Thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. You speak Portuguese. Are you from Portugal? So the second hit here, we're finding the same situation where we found with that Radagast, Sunin. Where Brazil, you know I'm from Brazil too, right? Thank you. Thank you, yes. So the second hit is the same issue that we had with the whole Black Serpent, Radagast, Sunin, and Beruthia report, right? We were able to, the unit stayed alive forever, but then the commanders were dying too quickly. So that happened again here. So I'm starting to think that it's basically impossible to have a healing formation, you know, because the commanders will end up dying too quick. Now, what can potentially happen is, instead of running, you know, all command accessories, you might need to start switching over to some commander HP. And then commander HP can potentially, you know, can maybe do that for you. But, you know, because think about it. If I give myself a 3,000 HP, you know, you're losing a lot here, you know, but 3,000 HP, then they stay alive, and you're losing like 25% damage reduction, which I don't think it's good. But little by little, we started testing multiple things. Check the end pod accessory and Matham chest drops. Yeah, that's a good one for HP for sure. Let's go. So we have here still the same Galadriel. See, first hit versus Sangi actually did really well, right? But again, I'm trying to compare not just how meta the formation is, but pull up the chat screen again here. But also, the level difference. This guy is not, the smallest, but definitely there's a gap between, what we're doing. But then the issue again for me is the second hit. Second hit, 3 commanders died. Even Frodo and Sam this time. The unit stayed alive. Sauron has pretty tanky, gear. That's not what I want. Again, I understand one of the reasons why I lost. Focus, and then 2 elemental commanders. High defense doesn't really do good versus that. But in 2.0, I am not sure if there's anything that can actually stop that, other than damage reduction. And the best damage reduction that we have is, White Council, and then potentially Aragorn, King of Mans, which is a static 18%. Okay, so we started changing more ideas, trying everything that we talked about last night. So, try King of Man instead of Sauron for some damage reduction. First round, we did okay. Frodo and Sam just staying alive. Look at Galadriel. She's not losing anything. Yes, it is league. So that's why I'm saying you might be able to get away with one item with HP. So bringing the HP from, I could see myself switching from, potentially testing, removing something like this, and then trying something with Commander HP instead to bring it to like about 9,000. But I don't know. There's still a lot of debate here. Just like how many more fights can I stay alive if I have 2,000 extra HP? So in this case, it wasn't too bad. We tanked okay-ish, but then, 2 commanders didn't deploy because they were already dead. This one was a little bit better. Hit a few commanders, but then lost to this guy here. So then we started saying, look, I don't think that a pure tank will work. So we tried this one. Okay, evasion on Undying, some damage on Dane, and then something like that. And yeah, so like we did pretty well versus Mojo. Okay, Frodo and Sam with no healing, essentially, still tanking like a madman. And then we still drew in this one. Look at that. Right? Not too bad. Folk, elemental. So stay pretty strong here on the draw, and then lost here. Then we tried this one. And that's like, let's switch out Frodo and Sam and put Isildur, see what Isildur can bring to the table. I felt like it was more mediocre as a tank. And like, okay, let's go back to this. So then we say, let's go, no White Council. Let's see if the evasion can do for us what we needed to do. At least this fight, we get countered by all these units, but then again, account size differences. I thought it wasn't the best result. What's up, let's go. Whew. Then we hit into Nazgul earlier today. This was actually not a bad report. So we went back to this. Yes, it is. So we went back to this formation. I was like, let's see if Galadriel then can do some healing here. And then kind of the 3 support, 1 damage dealer setup. Not too bad on the first. Look at Frodo and Sam, man. This is what I'm really getting excited about, though. Bro, it's like there's just There's no loss on Frodo and Sam. So nice. Now got some HP on my relic. Ooh, look at that baby. Ooh, unit defense and initiative. Now I could see myself trying. I think it would be kind of maybe too big of a loss. But maybe switching out, something like this for a HP accessory to get me to that 9,300 HP. So the first hit was that, and then the second hit versus Nazgul. Look at Frodo and Sam still. Can you guys see a better tank than this? Hey, buddy. Got my son sneaking in the back of the screen. Gotta go to bed? Boa noite, filho. Look at this. I mean, Gandalf the White, Saruman both dead, and Frodo and Sam just BAM! Still packing. So that's one of the ideas that I have. Basically, triple support and a damage dealer. Oh, man. At least I know where we stopped. Okay, so Raz is a very strong player. So getting a draw with this setup I was quite happy. You don't even use the hobbits. I mean, I haven't used the hobbits in a while either, Angus. Yo, we got 50 people watching the stream. See, I think we're hitting the right time right now for the live streams. One sad reality though, we have 50 people watching and not a single new subscriber. How many likes does the live stream have right now? 19 likes with 50 people watching? No way, guys. Come on, man. 21. Come on, got 51 people watching, 21 likes. I'll wait for you guys. We all good here. 24. Who gives more? 24, 24, 24, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 26. 14, 27. Let's go. 52 people watching the live stream. Come on. What's up, Adrian? All right, we got a new sub. Yeah. By the way, 29 likes. There you go, guys. Look, this is the, I know I'm joking around, but this is the way you guys can support. And the more YouTube sees people liking, watching, specific videos, they feed it to more people. So, that's the way you guys can support. So, but if you're new to the channel, or you just, you hear every week, but you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're making a big effort to bring you all the best content related to Rise to War to both help you have fun, but also just get better at the game. So hit the subscribe button if you can. All right, 30 likes. We can keep going now. We got 30 likes. We did over half. Okay, so considering that he's using elemental damage, and that's the hardest thing to stop in this game. There really isn't. I could put some, 1.0 chess piece, but I don't want to do that. I really want to try to, use the stuff that I have from 2.0 to make this happen. They take, I think, 20%, Angus. I mean, obviously there are other ways that you can donate. I think I have you can do it via PayPal too, which then they don't take anything. But if it's easier for everyone to to donate and things like that through super chats, it's I'm okay. YouTube already provides the platform for us to use for free, So, but I mean, I'll take my full super chat if I can. So I believe about 20%, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I can see here you super chatted. Yeah, so I mean, you super chatted 20. Funny enough, you super chatted 20 and it's showing 20 on my chat revenue. That's weird. Take better look Hook me up with that later. Okay, I'll send it to you in just a little bit then. But I gotta make sure that whenever you do anything like that, it pops up here on the stream, you know, because I want people to know that I gotta give a shout out to everybody that supports, you know. So Raz is a very strong player, focused stuff, and yes, he's very good with great beasts as well. But again, I'm trying to build a formation that can hit pretty hard, but I'm able to use the cheapest units possible. Adrian, the difference in resources between a mountain troll and a great beast is huge. Like you can use a lot of cheap units on the other ones because mountain trolls are so cheap. And because you're running Frodo and Sam, you likely run out of these before you run out of your mountain trolls. It's incredible. Oh, they're incredibly time consuming to conscript. So, all right, so we tried Saruman a few times. Look at that, not too bad, right? Did pretty well. My goal here, though, at first was I need to make sure Frodo and Sam are always alive. You know, I'm gonna send. Give me a second. I'm gonna send some of these reports to Vessi because I wanna get some more technical eyes in the whole idea of adding a. Where is he? Let's see what else we got. It's a couple more. So remember a while back we talked about. I mean, a while back as in like months ago. We talked about Gil dying too quickly. So we said, look, add a HP accessory, and that helped. So maybe that's what we're gonna have to do. Is whenever we choose our gear, we might have to. Oh, actually, let's do this first. Funny enough, we never. Who here knows the best, HP stats? The bottom stats on an HP accessory. I don't, because we usually don't look at them, right? We look at the command ones. So let's have a quick look here and see what are some of the items, accessories, and helms that have. So that's HP. I need high unit defense still, though. So this is command. This is HP. Only 4, though. This is HP, but commander defense. Command. This is command. This is command. This is command. Command. HP, but that doesn't help us. This is HP as well. This is HP. Ah, jeez, that sucks. So helms wise, there is no real decent HP, unit defense helm to use. That's 12. That's nothing. But there is a 42 commander defense. There's 42 commander defense plus HP. This one might be the better one. The Numenorian helm is okay. Lower HP though. And very low commander defense. I'm thinking that potentially this one. This one might actually work out. Gotta give it some thought, guys. Cheers, lads. I'll give him a run. I've been trying to serve the rest of my tank, but results can be mixed. Yeah, I mean, in terms of tank, Jamie, I prefer Frodo. If you're just talking about pure tank between those two. Let's look at some accessories. This has some good commander defense as well. But this has some both unit defense and unit, which could be okay. Yeah, so 15. Not many will have what we're looking for either. Maybe box of knowledge doesn't. This doesn't need. This is command. This is command. Well, guys, yeah. I mean, not a whole lot of options. If you wanted to go HP, you have this one, which gives you then commander defense. and HP. That's the only real option, honestly. Well, for high unit defense. The belt is actually, no, the belt is also command. What's up, Demon Goddess? How you doing, lady? Am I doing a poll tonight? Nah, man, I don't have enough gems. I'm saving a little bit of this for tomorrow's tomorrow, no, not tomorrow. A day and a day and a half, I guess, for the gems here for the mithril. I need some mithril. I don't have enough, I don't have enough gems to do a full poll, like live stream. I would need, in order to do a poll about 500 400 mathams. So I'm saving it up a little. Saving it up. 700. Me save those gems up, bro. I mean, Adrian, in terms of initiative, it just depends who who the commander is. I mean, let me give you an example. If you're running Galadriel as your, one of your heroes, you want to make so she's faster than Dane, but slower than Bjorn. So if she's faster than Dane, she can proc madness on him, making him potentially hit himself. Or if you're faster and slower than Bjorn, you can trigger madness before round 4, and then potentially he can self nuke, which would be a huge endeavor if you could do that. So it just depends on which commander. Yo, we just hit 60 people on the live stream. Let's go. Wow. We're not even doing a tier list, guys. I appreciate y'all being here with me today. It's awesome. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm sure that most of you guys have not subscribed yet. Come on. See, I'm wondering here. Maybe we try a bit of commander defense and HP. We can raise his HP to about 9,000 and his defense to 110. I mean, what does that really mean? I have no clue, guys. We're gonna do a tier list for troops, Angus, very soon. Give me a second here. Oh, just checking here some stuff, boys and girls. Don't you worry. Let's see. Who do we have ready here? All right, let me check some of your guys' comments here. Yeah, Wallstead, Frodo and Sam he's a pretty decent free-to-play commander, because the two main skills you want are the top R0 and the R4. If you can max out at R10, max out his his R2, then you get 10% extra HP, which is a nice little boost. Aren't Great Beast? Yes, it's very time consuming. Frodo is really good for free to play. Yes, he is. If anything, free to play casual should be doing that on the field for sure. I mean, cheap mountain trolls and a very good tank. The Radiant Dwarves are better than Iron, I think. What are Radiant's Dwarves, Angus? Okay, I will try also trolls. I'm using Great Beasts like Pleb. Thanks for the advice. I mean, Adrian, Great Beasts are amazing. I've used them in the past. And, they soak up all the normal attacks, the whole fight. Which, running Frodo and Sam, it makes sense. It's actually very, very useful. Okay? It is very useful. The only issue is that they're very costly to take forever. So if you're fighting a very competitive season, it is a bit of a struggle to keep that going. Whereas I've been training mountain trolls all day nonstop, and I still haven't run out of them. And I've been able, my resources, I'm not the highest. I mean, if you look at my season, I'm not the highest in the leaderboard. I'm 195. And I've been able to keep building Guardians, Woodmen, and Mountain Trolls all day. So that's a good way to fight, even when you're, not as high in resources as other players. Oh, the Guardian Dwarfs. Yeah, they're great. Guardian Dwarfs are amazing. Very tanky. I reckon you need to get some high focus as well to get the damage mitigation and focus damage elemental. The issue with that, though, Nazgul, is how much does it really stack? Would be good. I mean, it would be good to know how much it helps, It would be interesting to see, adding some focus and testing that out. That could work. But I just don't. Well, yeah, I mean, definitely would be asking him, but I honestly don't feel like that's gonna, adding like 20 focus without losing on everything else. It's a bit of a unknown here, really. The reason why I'm considering switching into an HP, the reason why I'm considering using an HP thing, give me a second here. No, here. Let's see. It's because look at the high defense on Mountain Trolls. I have so much unit defense that I can potentially, basically forego one of these, still have over 200, and add myself some HP and commander defense to make sure that my tank is always alive. So I think that could work, This hill is interesting, hit multiple formations. And that's the kind of build that I'm trying to go for. So we're going here with the triple support and seeing what it does. Not hitting, everybody, nobody's full, but as you can see, Frodo and Sam still alive. We hit catnap here, equal to equal, basically. 45, 41, almost equal to equal. And then there you go, Frodo and Sam still alive. And then I got wrecked here. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the same idea, League. It's, just how much will an extra 2,000 of HP really do for a commander? It might be worth it, It might be worth it to, instead of always running command on every single hero, that HP might help keep the commanders alive longer. Because the problem is, your commander dying before your unit it's just weird. That's the weird part. Where most of the time it's the unit that dies first, So I'm going to have to do a little bit of a soul searching here to find the answer to this. What's up, Seabass? I mean, look, this was an interesting result, though. Look at this. Shout out to Falcon OP for running an all-dwarf team. Look how beautiful this is. That's just so cool to see. Look at that. Z4 Falcon. Look at that baby boy. Look at this. R13. R13 Thorin. Look how nasty that was. Almost dead here. Oh, that's ridiculous. Look at these beautiful R10 ballin'. Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? and then some Z16. And it's really cool to see this. No, this formation did extremely well versus mine. Both of my supports with healing and high unit defense just held for their dear lives. And then he did really well. I mean, he did extremely well. Probably if we drew the second one, I mean, we went all the way. He might have won this one because all of the units were still alive. Mine, I mean, my only damage dealer really was basically dead here. He would have won this trade here. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's make some switches. I really want to test some HP on Frodo, but at the same time, I'm a little bit hesitant to make too many changes. Let's see here, though. Maybe we should. So we could. Let me see some of my saved reports here. Give me a second. I'm hesitant to make changes, yo. See, I have one. That's the issue. I might not have enough of these to make the changes that I also want to do. That's very low. I mean, let's see what we have inside of these. Nope. Broken down. Okay. Nope. I never thought I'd be looking for some HP helms. Numenorian helms. No, not Numenorians. The Easterling ones. Oh, here we go. We got some. Ooh, we got this one. That's not too bad. Having to break a million things, huh? A couple. One more here. I don't have that many hammers, though, yo. One more here. So, yeah, I can definitely fully refine one. Yep, another one here. Two more here. Okay, divide and conquer. Ooh, not too bad. I mean, evasive action would have been. Would evasive action be the best? Maybe not, since a lot of the damage, like from Dane and stuff, it's really strong later in the round. So maybe divide and conquer would be good. What do you guys think? What if you use another commander defense buff for units so you can sacrifice some in the defense for Frodo and Sam? That's an interesting idea. How much gear do you have? Quite a bit. That's a good idea. I just don't know. Who said that. Wallstead. I just know who I would want to put in that situation, you know. That fits what I'm trying to do. That's what I mean. Oh, I mean, we have enough helms. The issue is they're all spread all over the place. Gee, sorry. They're all spread all over the place that it's just too many hammers to have to break down. Do I have some here? Nope. I was really hoping not to have to break everything. I do have some hammers, but I mean, we gotta test, right? If we don't test, we never know. So let's see how many hammers I've got. I got 8. Okay. So let's go here to my gear. Which one had the most? Oh, this one had a few. Fortitude. I mean, he's a tank, so evasive action is still kind of the best thing right now. But then we have, if you're using white council, so you're basically stacking just way too much damage mitigation in the beginning. So I'm gonna try something else. Divide and conquer, maybe. Hope you guys understand my thought process here, because Frodo already has 30% damage reduction. And then with the white council for the first few rounds. Thinking maybe divide and conquer would be a better one. Here, so many offensive helms. So you got this one. Where is, no, I don't need that one. So 1, 2, 3. Divide and conquer here. Wallstead, I'm gonna try to not play around with the other ones. I'm trying, you know, like I'm trying to be very specific with the commands that I'm using right now. And I mean, Guajiro would be fine, but Isildur, I also played with the Isildur. The issue with the Isildur is that he only really does well when you're fighting mostly physical damage commanders. If I'm fighting, you know, Sistaro and Skelham, Sistaro and Saruman, Skelham and Saruman, all that defense from those commanders just become useless. And so I'm thinking here, you know, divide and conquer likely be the best option. So let's break down the one that Saruman has and give myself some nice HP. Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, if I'm running Gandalf the White, then I'm gonna have that. You know, I'm basically capping almost capping my damage reduction from command, from that 30%, and from White Council. So I think it makes more sense to just get a later round. Yeah, they did push Javier. They did push a little bit. So I saw someone that we will have another update soon. I don't know. George A, I'm not sure what you mean, my friend. What do you mean by updates soon? We have updates usually every week, don't we? Wish I had a few more here without having to break anything, but difficult choices for sure. I mean, let's go. Let's try one, okay? If anything, it's still gonna be very useful because I don't think I have an evasive action. You know, Easterling Helm. So that's probably gonna be an option that I just, you know, it's not gonna be feasible for me right now. If we do, then we can maybe go with that one. So nothing here. Nothing here. A lot of these things are already broken down, so I think Saruman has a few, doesn't he? Oh, come on, computer. Really gonna start doing this now? Let's close Discord then. All right, here we go. Maybe that helps. So we got divide and conquer here on the helm that Saruman is using right now. Let's check these last ones. You gotta play Q with me. Let's close this one too. Okay, nope, not on this one. Why? Okay, these last three, let's see. So the stun one, not the one that I'm looking for. So I might even not even have the one that that could work for early damage. Yeah, we don't have that, so we can't. It's not even an option for us to run that one for now, at least. Nothing. Nothing here. Yeah, fortitude. Yep. Sucks. We only have one for these. Yeah, guys. So much gear, but not the one that we're looking for in this case. Yep. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to break down the one that Saruman has first, which is the one with the speed. Of course, we're going to put it back in a little bit too because we used that one, but let's break that down so we can... Right, that's the one we want, correct? Yeah, there's that, these three, yep. Okay. It's been a while since I've used one of these hammers. Okay, so let's give this to Frodo and Sam now. I mean, losing so much command. So right now, 581, 36.7. Let's see what happens now. All right, only 5%. Oh, I'm not too bothered by that, guys, honestly. I'm honestly not very bothered about this. Woo-hoo. We might be onto something, guys. We might be onto something here. It's only 5%. Not the end of the world, honestly. Not gonna lie. Kind of excited here. Excited here, y'all. And let's give him some commander defense, which is always nice. Javier, yeah, we're getting pushed all over. Yeah, we're getting pushed back everywhere, my boy. All right, so what do we want? We're not going to use this for now. I'm going to try to keep, though, everything that I, like all the same type inside one. So if I ever need something else, I can break one and not everything that I don't have. So let's go these three. What else we don't use for sure? Yeah, we're not going to use these for now. But not, that's to the defense, the offensive ones first. I think we might be onto something here, guys. Okay, any helms? Let's use these. I'm going to use those offensive ones. I have way too many offensive ones already. Let's do these first. I will keep on evasive action just in case for some reason, some odd reason. You know what? I know I'm not going to use it. Yeah, I'm not gonna, if I use it, I'm going to have to break the rest anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now let's do this one. Not too bad, but most likely if I put everything in the same place. This one too. Yep. Now, yeah, now I'm gonna need these for sure. Okay, so 3 more. I'm not gonna need these for now either. For shizzle. Alright. So now Frodo and Sam has an extra 42 of commander defense. Potentially could be a good one. You know, he is 118, 8,300, and I'm not even fully refined here. I kind of, you know, I wished, I mean, if I would have done fortitude, I could have fit this on him. But I can, you know, I can break this and give myself some fortitude. Oh, jeez. No, I need some divide and call. Yeah, boy, we got some evasive action too. Yeah, but we don't have evasive action on the other one. That's what I'm doing, Nazgul. That's what I'm doing right now. You know, if I ever need to break one of these, everything, you know, if everything that I need is in there, then I can just break one whole thing. So 8,300. I still need what? How many more refines? So it's 3 more refines. Okay. I mean, I think that looks good, man. So, Joe, don't send that here, man. You don't want that kind of stuff out here. All right, so let's switch up our formation here really quick. Okay, I'm missing my core commanders. All right, you got here. Where is the lady? I feel like he is gonna be better than Dane. Sadly, I was hoping that wasn't the truth, but I feel like it will be. And why? Why in the heavens? Let's give you one of these each so we can move you around. Yes, sir. I mean, I could try this out. That could probably still work well. I do like having Galadriel there for the sustain, though. You know, the healing. But where is Galadriel? Is she over here? Yep. So let's move Frodo and Sam over here. Get the gear ready. And let's go for a hit. Let's see what happens. All right. I think everyone else has the right gear. No, they don't. I mean, that's okay. Not the ideal, but that's okay. I ain't seen nothing. Matter of fact, I'm blind. Yeah, you better be blind to this. You better be blind, man. I appreciate it. Nobody saw anything. We saw nothing, man. All right, no gear sets. We'll fix those later. Yeah, we definitely don't want this. Where is Calhoun? I don't want. Oh, she is with. I know where she is. She is with freaking Dane or Gil. You know what? I'm gonna give this to him. Let's give him the HP. Let's see what happens. I mean, I really don't care about gear sets right now. The test is really on Frodo. See how well he handles this situation. He uses gold gear as a siege gear. You guys are awesome. Let's see. I mean, I guess we can do. All right, we can do this. Let's give him this. Honestly, not the prime example of a build that I want to go for, but it kind of is what it is for now. All right, so let's recharge. Again, the test that I really want to do is with Galadriel. So we'll go this one time around, pull some troops in. Oh no, not 26 minutes. Stop. You need armies on Bjorn. Yeah, I know. That's what I was doing. I was going to fill the rest, but then I wanted to bring in from the other side. So let's just go here. We have some spare from here. Yep, 4 here. That's fine. It's not full, but who cares? So where are we going? Where are we hitting? Let's see. I don't want to hit Lucy. Not as a test. Let's go over here. All right. Here we go, boys and girls. Stream Snapper's already going. Yo, he's there. He's there. Get him. Get him. Yeah, I'll hit the crossing. Remember, this test is not to see how powerful the other three are. It's essentially to see how, you know, how stronger, how much more Frodo can live with the extra commander defense and the HP. Now, I'm not very happy about having just 194 of defense, but that's still very high. And then, you know, the minus, you know, the extra, the right gear set that he gets, either evasive action on all four or divide and conquer, whatever. The mix. C stack, my brain hit it. You know, that could be a good combination. Unit defense is crucial, but it's less crucial when you're fighting NRP with the mix elemental physical. So that's less important. But also the other thing is, because Frodo has so much damage mitigation and evasion, that becomes even less of a critical factor. Just lost Pelargir crossing. All day's work for nothing. Man, send me a screenshot on Discord, Angus. Let me see what it looks like, bro. All right, let's hope we get a good hit, though. Let's see what happens here. Freaking Necromancer's like landing on right now just so he can fight me. Unbelievable. Most likely, this is not going to be my A formation unless I can make something extremely powerful with Frodo and Sam. But then Frodo and Sam, they're extremely good at tanks, but they might not necessarily be the strongest, the best at, yeah, they don't really support the rest of the formation. See, look at that. Big issue here. Wow, how did that happen? I mean, resource-wise, I'd say we did extremely well. Look at the HP on Frodo. Look at the rest of the HP on Frodo and Sam. Yeah, but Bjorn also had a HP chest, and he got wrecked, son. He did extremely good, you know, damage, but he died very quickly. These two died extremely quickly. And he had 9,000 of HP. Almost no, 95, yeah. Might matter much less than what we think. But Frodo and Sam stayed strong, which I'm happy about. But then again, running Saruman here, you know, you directed attacks and potentially these two got triggered. Let's see the Duke. All right, not a bad team at all. Some Z's over here. Yeah, pretty solid formation. Resource-wise, I'm really happy about this. And again, my idea in this case is to run, Guardians who are cheap. So if you're able to run Mountain Trolls and Guardians and do this result, I think you are in a very good place. The question is, do you want to run Dane or do you want to run Saruman? Oh, look at that result. That is one beautiful result. Nice, Vessi. Love it. A lot of speed. You're a cheater, Vessi. Stop using 1.0 gear, man. Just kidding. I mean, yeah, I got some focused, chess pieces that I can run to mitigate that focus stuff. But I'm trying to see if I can make it work without it, because most people are not haven't kept their the gear for that. So let's make a couple changes here. Let's put Galadriel in place of Bjorn. Bjorn did so well though. I'm kind of want to keep him. Man. And at the same time, I don't want to have these guys. Let's do this. Yep. Let's call on. What we have here? I need guardians. Eagles. Okay, so I got some mountain trolls there. Fine. Oh, what do we have back over there? Alright. Oh man, wasn't conscripting anything else. Alright, let's make some guard. I love guardians, y'all. I mean, fighting freaking cavalry definitely doesn't make him, the best to be used, but trying to find cheap solutions to our problems. In the meantime, I mean, Guardians are extremely, they're just good. But I'm trying to see if I can find, just better candidates overall. Is it Vessi again? No. So 216 out of 2. That wasn't today. Look at that. All evil formation versus an almost all evil formation on this side. There has to be some CC here. No? Pretty much the same. Oh, because you got the heal and he didn't. Yeah, boy. See, like some really good results here, guys. That's nice. Let's see. So okay, let's let this boy bring the stuff over here. Honestly, though, I mean Bjorn didn't do too well in this case, but my hunch in this case, no damage reduction. If I had evasive action, most likely I could have done a little bit better. I mean, he's so far from Z17. Yeah, there's nothing here. I could do a lot of defense traits on him. And then maybe divide and conquer. Well, League, what I'm trying to do in this, so this formation with Frodo and Sam, so look, this game, so far from Bjorn Z17. The build for Frodo and Sam League is actually, it doesn't feel like there is really a way to fully tank. Doesn't seem like there is. So what I'm working on building right now is a formation that I can tank, do damage using the cheapest units possible. So let me give you an example here. When I PvP with commanders like this, right? When I PvP with commanders like this, I know most of the time I get, I'm gonna get the second fight, I'm gonna get wrecked. Okay, and oftentimes what happens is your tank is the most expensive unit that you have. Most of the time, people are running Swan Knights, and they are extremely expensive. So for anybody that's wanting to run more than one formation, well, you have either 20 marches, right, for a full stamina pool, or you got 10 occupied movements. Okay, and throughout the day it recharges, so that actually gets you more, depending how active you can be. One of the issues is, though, if you're running too many expensive units, what happens is you just don't have, you just don't have that much. You can't keep conscripting. You don't have enough time or the resources to conscript Swan Knights all day long. So the idea is you build different formations that allow you to, save on your most expensive unit, and then you can keep all your other barracks and forts training the cheap ones. Because, with 44.191 affluence, I can most likely just build berserkers and or guardians all day. Okay, I can probably do that, but I cannot with the amount of resources that I have. I can most likely not be making Swan Knights Swan Knights all day long. Actually, I'm gonna make some berserkers because I want some. I still have berserkers, don't I? What the heck? What happened to my Urukai? I didn't know I switched. Wow. Oh no, yeah, I switched to these guys to try chariots. I mean, I can switch to these to get some berserkers. I'm not running any of these right now. I mean, not even running these. I could switch to these too. Let's switch. Let's switch these guys. I'm not making any of these. T2 trolls are not too bad. Very low defense, not the worst. Gotta look at their HP pool though. I'm not sure how good it is. But I mean, I know actually. Ooh, I almost switched there. I almost. Whew, that would have been rough. All right, so let's go to. For now, I need some Zerkers. Oh, I don't want to spend. Never mind. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna spend the 500 gems. I'll just make guardians. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, Nazgul. I almost made the dumbest mistake of the week here. Oh, let's give some of these. Let's max it out, baby. Let's go. And I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have. I have enough points. I gotta wait now. I don't want to spend 500 gems for that. I'm not in a hurry. Ooh, just keep making guardians. See, I can make guardians all day long now. Look at that. My resources won't go crazy. But, if I'm doing Swan Knights all day, look at this. If I'm doing Swan Knights, or Swan Knights, right? So 733. That's not even a full command. It fills up all of my iron. Look at that. Look at that. I can do a lot more. Mountain trolls are much superior. But yes, you have the issue with Sauron or with shadows. But I honestly feel like it's worth it most of the time. When you're low on resources, at least. If you have a tank that can heal. But honestly, I have some Swan Knights. Let's try some Swan Knights on Frodo and Sam as well. Because I feel like we will be able to do well with Frodo and Sam with Swan Knights. So I'm trying to find the best possible tank here. What's up, Braxton? In the server that I'm in, Evil seems to have no problem running all war chariots constantly, but that depends, man. That depends. If they have a lot more resources than you, that's a different thing. It depends on numbers. We are, we are a minority in between the 2v2 here. Okay, we are the minority. Look at the resources per team. I'll share with you who are the two, kind of like the division here. You have the top 4 teams here are in a team essentially. Okay, and then you got Utes here, which is part of one. Disa, who is down here, is the second one. Heon down here is the third one, and So is the fourth. Look at the difference in affluence, okay, between the 4 at the top and the other 4, which is us. When it's something like this, the difference is like this, then you cannot, if you guys are in in less resources and also or in less numbers, and you're running expensive troops, that is one of the reasons why you're losing, because you're gonna hit 3, 4, 5 times, still have stamina, but your barracks in one of your main units for your build is already gone. So that's one of the things. Barrack management is important. QEC, thank you for subscribing. Yo, let's go. I appreciate it. Now you can comment in the chat. Who sounds like Vessi? Demon Goddess, really love how you can just long press to contribute. Now, me too. I love it. Yeah, Kiwi C is one of us now. Officially, what's up, Sleepy? The long press love. I shared some reports in the Gore Discord. What do you think of that as a free-to-play WoW killer army? QEC, let me see. Let me have a look here. Is our troops ready? Okay, 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes out. Let's see what he posted. Gore's Discord reports. Are you? Oh, here we go. It's actually pretty good. When you are free to play. When you are free to play, you have to, offset the negative sides of what you lack, And so, free to play, you might lack some gear, or all the commanders you want. So you might be able to hit less, but if your each hit is more meaningful, meaning you do more damage to your enemy, it's a win. If if an account like mine, or obviously smaller account, but somebody that has a full, zenith formation is only able to hit 4 or 5 times in a day because they're out of troops, then that is a big problem. They're not really managing their barracks very well, because they have the means, right? The means in how in the formation to do it. Now, if you're a small player, you gotta use the units to put you on a better level to hit the guys. Is Grima, Saruman, Star, and Aomer a good formation? I think you're gonna struggle hard rule. Grima will likely be your tank, and then you have 3 damage dealers. I think you're gonna do some damage, but I'm just not confident you're gonna do enough damage. Even with only 1 R10, I managed to hit more than 5 times. What I'm saying, Demon God, is a lot of people don't really pay attention. A lot of people don't pay attention to their barracks. I much rather be using mountain trolls and guardians than running Swan Knights, because they help you versus the shadow, but then they cost double the resources and the time to train them. I much rather have mountain trolls and lose a little bit more troops. Because mountain trolls aren't, in guardians aren't the most expensive units. But if you're running things like cavalry and Swan Knights, you're not gonna be running. You're not gonna be fighting very long. If you're using flying units, Swan Knights, you know, you're gonna be out of the game much quicker. And the difference is obviously, and this is why I'm trying to cater to as many different types of players as possible, because if I have the resources, I can potentially run 4 full formations. So it's even more important for me to manage my resources and my losses so that I have always, you know, troops for 4 formations. Exactly. So by running Marauders, they're definitely a little bit weaker than Dragoons, but the drop in resources and time to train kind of make up for you running Swans. That's one way to do it, for sure. Please send it hard. You can send it everywhere. I mean, send it in the Gore's Discord or my Discord. You know, everybody's on Gore, so might as well send it there. All right, guys, we are ready. We got the units. Let's see what happens if we send our old formation into play. Oh, no. Yes, I don't want. Almost did another accidental here. Gotta remove Shire Protectors. Shire Protectors are very nice units to protect your, if these 4 are very tanky, which right now they are, but I don't have a full set of them. It would not actually be bad to send the damage to the other ones. This is actually one way you could play out. If you're running Guardians, and then Mountain Trolls, Shires is one way to protect your damage dealer as long as possible. As long as the other 3 supports are can kind of take the hit. That's actually. Yes, I'm gonna do Swans on Frodo on the next one. Let's go here first. All right, let's see what happens. Let's just make sure the Galadriel has the right gear, so we don't waste stamina pulling her back. See, I was going to regret that. Oh, I can't switch this because she's busy. Let's give her this then. Nope. I broke down the speed one, didn't I? No, I didn't. I thought I had a agility. I don't. I guess I do not. But I do have an evasive action on this one. That's fine. Let's go this way. I prefer more defense, but that's okay. Will it work? Actually, let me see if I can find it on. For some reason, when I'm streaming, Discord hides my link, so I can never. Oh, I got 4 followers on Twitch already, yo. All right, let's see if I can find me a second here. Let me see. I think my YouTube channel should have the link to my Discord. Yep, I do have the link to the Discord, guys. Let's see if that's gonna paste. Yeah, boy, there we go. That link should work. Try that link, guys. Let's see. Did it work? Yes, sir, it did. Yeah, boy. There you go. All right, Howard, follow me tomorrow on Twitch as well. I appreciate it. Here we go. All right, so Galadriel is ready to go. Let's send her out. Who's gonna land on? Oh, let's do here. Yes, you come here. You come here, boy. And we don't have to waste 20 stamina. You come here. Yeah, let's see what happens, y'all. So Sleepy, right now I'm just getting the system to run. I need to test to see if it's gonna be heavier on my PC. As you can see, it freaking lags when I'm streaming just on YouTube. So I might have to use my old PC. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this, but there's you can do a two system streaming where I play just on this one, and then the streaming is actually done on the other one. So I have to see how that works. And then for now, I then probably we'll do different, like we stream one day in one, the other in the other, and to get kind of get everybody in both places and get more people, get people that Twitch can show us and things like that. And then then probably do different streams, different things on it. Never streamed on Twitch though, so gotta look at it, how to get it set up and things like that. I got the channel up so far. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now we can hit this guy. Let's see what happens when we hit here. And Lucy lands right now. Oh, it's you, Sleepy. Yo, Eric Lutmer. Just hit that subscribe button. How you doing, man? I appreciate you subscribing to our channel. Let's see what happens. Sleepy in the house. Leave my troops alone. Mate, you came to my crossing, man. You leave my crossing alone, you. You shall not pass. All right, so, okay, the second one hurt a lot. All right, Sleepy. Let's see what happened here. Wow, 222 from Saruman is not bad. I'll take that. Well, I appreciate the merit. I gotta catch up on the prestige. I'm like all the way down here. I mean, what's up, Ray Hawk? How you doing, man? Good to see you. I mean, look at this. Let's have a quick gander over here. And that's the thing. I mean, you're sending 3 damage dealers. Whew. 3 damage dealers, man. That is nuts. Took 63,000 damage. She only took 37,000 damage. What is that? No, that wasn't the one. Yeah. That is crazy. Yeah, 40. What's up, Ghost? My man, the Goose is here with us. I mean, look, see, this is where, not having that stacked up defense struggles a bit. Now, the question is, half health on him. Is this from... I appreciate the merit. I think so. 6,500 HP, 7,400 HP, 72. So he was the first to die. One of the reasons being not high defense. No, they basically have the same. He has a lot more command than he does. Interesting how Gandalf died so quickly. All right. I mean, I do think this is a pretty good result, all things considered. But then again, it is a bit of a struggle. Having a tank that all he does is tank is nice. But still a big if. Big. I mean, he wasn't deployed, so I gotta find a way to keep him alive longer. Well, let's do this now, okay? We're gonna bring in some Swanites. Let's see how Frodo and Sam do some Swanites in the mix. All right. And let's see what we have as backup. Yeah, I'm not waiting that long. Nope. All right, so we need some troops. I need some troops. See what we got. Got some more woodmen here. Got some guardians. Okay, we can send some of those over. How nice it is when the computer is not lagging. It's so nice. What do we got here? We got some chariots, some just mountain trolls. What do we have in the tactical fort? No, I need this one. It's full of what? It's like all the units that I really don't want to test right now. I'll save those guys for this. So let's bring some units here. When did me ghost? Oh, so that, no, never mind. I know, I got you. It's demon. I got you. Question is to the lady. Okay, so, I mean, we can do, we can do 2K here, 2K here, and then, yep. All right, we cracking. Yeah, man, 12 minutes. Is that too much for you, Nazgul? That's worthy of a snipe. Just don't. Just don't. Don't even think about it. Just leave it alone. So, fella, what do you think of Gil and Gandalf still? I still think it's a great setup, honestly. I think it's great. I think Gil still, just is a great commander for you to run. I like him. Let's put my army. Okay. All right, leave it on the... I mean, are you putting it now? Because somebody's hitting. Wait. Did you already put it? Yes, you did. You probably got hit, didn't you? Nope, not yet. Oh, no, maybe. No, you're still there. So, yeah, leave it there. And I'll come back in just a few. We still got 20 minutes or so. Oh, you got hit. Man. See, you should have waited for me to come back. Where did you get hit? I don't see it. Oh, is it over here? Free merit, see your DM in game. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that was... See, this is the kind of stuff people really should not be doing, man. Just sending randomly. That should not be happening. See, this is the funny thing. That's a really good setup, Nazgul, because you're not running any, you're running some damage reduction from Key Rune, but it's not like a white count. So it's very nice to see results. Like, of course, I know you're fighting versus this guy, but I've seen you do quite well versus other players. And it's nice to see that you're running like no white council really and still doing that well. I mean, Lee, so kind of going back, I do think Gil is still a very solid commander. I've seen a couple of people running him very successfully in NRP as a support, not as the tank. Usually, I've seen people run Galadriel as the tank, Gil as a like kind of like a secondary tank, but with unit defense and unit attack. So like using heralds and then doing like 60,000 damage. That's a pretty good result for a Gil that usually is only run as a tank. So then Galadriel is soaking up the damage. Then you got some damage from from Gandalf the White as a damage dealer / support, and then from a Dane or a Bjorn or Saruman. That is still a very solid build. It kind of it locks you in the elves, but if you're kind of going a little bit half and half, Mountain Trolls, Heralds, and then BKs on the other two, that puts you in a pretty nice, in a pretty nice balance of resources. Me personally, I haven't run Gil as my tank in my main team in a while. So it's rough. It's I can't really tell you, just I haven't seen a lot recently. Cleona, if you have any reports with your Gil, if you can send it over DM, I can have a quick look. Been swapping out units on my Scalham and Shadow all the time to see how it goes. I like to see the Nagas on Scalham and then Guardians on Shadow. Just downside increase on Kirun. R4 is not there. I mean, what I try to do, Nazgo, is, like I said earlier, I've been trying to run some really expensive formations. And, having Guahir now at R10 and hopefully soon at Z1, he's probably going to be my only full large unit build. And because of that, I like everything else that I'm gonna build is gonna be essentially just, the most optimal but cheap formations that I can. He seems to struggle more against all evil. I know Smeagol uses Gil and he did well. I think he did. He's still, that account's still being used with Gil and it does well. The thing is, guys, a lot of times we play something and we don't always adjust to how the meta changes. So no, for example, right now I'm trying to adjust to my damage dealer. My commander's dying too quick on multiple fights. And that's a struggle. I mean, I never had a situation where, I had a report that I sent over. I mean, let me see if I have it. I might have sent it over to Vessi a while back. It should be this one here, right? Not this one. I mean, we're just talking here about the tank formation. It might have been this one. Yeah, so, I never had a situation like this where my units are still alive, but all four of my commanders died. Never had a situation like this. It's new. The thing is, I'm not sure, even if you add commander HP, you're really going to get more than 2 rounds out of them. Not a lot, but the thing is, they all died early. So they couldn't do all the healing that they could essentially do. So, I mean, the first one, look at the healing on the first one. It also wasn't very high. We did, 55,000 across 3 commanders, which usually Radagast alone will do 60,000, 50,000 without his relic fully refined. So not a whole lot. The issue was that, look at their HP by the time round 1 ended, fight 1 ended. Look at their HP already. More than halfway gone. So I mean, maybe we got to add a bunch of HP stuff to these commanders. Maybe that's the thing. Which then that could be the answer. Look, he can run a tank that will take 2, 3, at least 3 hits without dying. Awesome, cool. And he's gonna preserve a lot of your units. Cool. It didn't look like it's gonna be that way. If I try to go back, on those reports, let's see if we can find any. Oh, here we go. I think we might have some. Okay, this one not too bad. I mean, definitely, can't really compare the account. I mean, the account level, I guess, is kind of similar. The gear definitely not the same. I mean, the commander level kind of the same, but not. Well, like if you look at this one, for example, look at that. Okay. Look how quick Baruthio got destroyed. She got wrecked. You know? Oh, so maybe commanders with, 10,000 of HP. And some, let's see here. If we can get commanders for like 8,000, 9,000 HP. Some commander defense. Some heals. That could work. Yeah, it could be, adding some HP and then some potentially some CC. I mean, some healing would be nice. His heals are so low right now. 33,000 is actually pretty low. So that could work, Some extra HP and... I mean, the struggle in this case, see, you're fighting all physical damage and he's still... Yeah, maybe the issue here is not having the HP on the commander. So let's have a look here. So let's see how quickly Baruthio died. So round 3, round 4, round 5. I mean, she's still alive by round 6. So she dies between rounds 5 and 6. Boom, big hit here. Yeah. We're studying a lot of these. All right, do we have our full? Are we okay? 1 more minute and we're good to go. All right, Nazgo, no worries. Yo, guys, we almost taken the crossing back. Let's go, baby. Do you have any decent Grima formations recently? Grima will... Grima's... I mean, if you really want to get the most out of Grima, I feel you want to pair him up with focused, elemental damage commanders. Just because of his R4. Most people are going to run Grima as a tank. I have to ascend my Grima still. Oh, no, he's here. Okay. I mean, defense, right? So a little bit of a support. But here, okay, burn, focus, and poison. I think, see, this is the kind of cool. Any of those 3 gets boosted by 10%. So I'd say you want to pair him up with Saruman. Him as a tank, and then 2 others. A support and another damage one, most likely. And I've seen some nice Grima reports. You know, basically he is a tank support. That's how I would run him. Okay, so no. Ooh, okay, so let's swap out some things here. Yeah, I mean, Saruman has a little bit of CC as well. So I probably run Grima, Sauron, and 2 strong damage dealers. So Saruman and maybe Shadow or Lurtz. Something like that. That's probably how I prefer to run if you're going to run Grima as your tank. Or potentially 2 elemental damage dealers. That might be even better. Okay, so we need him with this. Let's go this with this, and this with this. Yeah, that should be good. All right, he's not full, but we don't care. All right, guys, let's see what we can do. Let's unite and take the pass. I got Scooby with the duty or doodle. Doody doodle. Where is... Oh, they're coming. You stay away. I might look into that, but then I gotta think of something to put with Undying and Gant of the Grey. I mean, Undying is one of the... If you're gonna run a full evil formation, Undying is top tier as a support. So unless you really want to run Grima because you like them, Undying is your better option, honestly. Let's go. Let's see what our boy Frodo and Sam are gonna do. Let's see what's the... So 210, 230. That should do us some good. Fingers crossed, boys and girls. If I could get 10,000 commander HP almost. And then commanders that kind of support each other. So like Radagast for the heals. Or Galadriel maybe for the heals. And she also does she does do some defense as well. She's got some CC. Black Serpent maybe for the stats. I don't know. We might be able to. We might be able to get a better full tank healing thing going. Lucy lands. Oh, it's not Lucy. Luckily it's not Lucy. Who just hit there? Ooh, 2 steps from heaven. Grima is awesome. I mean, 1.0 Grima was just amazing. All right, so did we take out that guy? No, he just went back for some reason. All right, guys, see what happens here. We took out one boy. We took out another one. Okay, nothing happened because the guys were basically empty, pretending to have armies here. Yep. All right, well, we're gonna take this over. And then we're going to hit this other side just to really get a feel for what we're doing right now. Just pull you back so you don't waste stamina. Wait for everybody else to help. It's because people are nice, man. People are too nice to me. Yeah, we're taking that crossing back, man. Guys have just been too nice to us. They don't want to... What we got. That's fine. Okay, so now we take... man, just because I wanted to... We haven't taken the crossing back. They're landing still. I can't believe you guys are doing this to me. Yeah, two steps. You know, he's awesome. He's the reason why I came to Utes in the first place. Oh, Sleepy, you coming for me again? But I mean, we got too many people landing here now, so T steps was or is Utes might be having a chill season. Yeah, I mean he is. Yeah, he's with us. He is the reason why I'm in Utes right now. All right, got 4 minutes, and then we land on the other side of the crossing, and it's gonna be the last. I gotta make some more units. So, gotta keep it cooking. We got Guardian. We got enough troops cooking. We'll leave the resources for other things. So do Snagus proc one of your own Undying evasion hits? I have no clue, man. I haven't looked at reports. I actually don't run Undying. I've been only trying to test the Undying now because we're trying to get the whole evasion, mitigation, tanking thing going. But I'm coming to a conclusion that with the way that this new system works with the whole commander HP, there is likely not a room for a full tank setup. There just isn't. I don't feel there is. Yeah. Especially versus elemental damage. There isn't enough mitigation that would allow you to just not take that damage. The heals aren't high enough to give you, I mean, Galadriel will heal herself enough because she has a healing skill on herself and her relic. Círdan can kind of do the same as well. But other than that, I'm not confident that there is enough. There is enough in the current meta to make it so you can actually do that. Elemental unit damage army? No, I haven't. I haven't yet. I used to love King of the Dead, in 1.0, one of my favorite commanders. He was one of the first, I think probably the first one that I got. Oh, I don't even like to remember this. But King of the Dead was one of the very first commanders that I've pushed to R10. He was just so good. So fun to play. Wrecked everything. Almost everything. So they still gotta fix a few commanders. I mean, they could, if they wanted to, they easily could, but you are the best, King of the Dead. Freaking awesome, dude. Pinging me some tiles for my resources. Show me your Guahir. My Guahir right now, Simon, is kind of in the back burner, because due to the resources. He's here, R10. Got really lucky with his relic. 20 unit defense and then command. And so that's where he's at right now. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's in the back burner just because of how tough the season is, and he came out during our very, very active season. So it would kind of be a disservice to my team if I was just testing all these crazy large unit builds all the time. I did the Chariots one. Druka is still playing. Nagash, I'm not sure. Oh, really? No, Nagash is still playing. All right, that's good to know. That's good to know. All right, guys, 39 seconds, y'all. I mean, I haven't given up. I haven't given up in a sort of a tank defensive, defensive build. But I'm not convinced. I mean, 10,000 HP would be kind of crazy. But, it doesn't mean you'll be able to. Let's go, baby. Oh, Papi Fera is there. He usually gives me trouble. All right, well, let's go anyways. That's really cool. Bunch of pirates are in Num server. All right, baby boys, baby girls. It's time we hit the other side of the crossing. The doom for a hit. Look at that. Papi Fera has, I don't know what he does with it. I mean, I guess he's running large, so he's getting completely countered, my man. Switch it up. Switch it up. All right, 2 minutes and we hit. These guys would be even more efficient if we're fighting on wood tiles, You get an extra 10% evasion. I wish we got more, more new units out. Like neutral units. I mean, not just neutral units, but just regular units too for for the different kingdoms, The elves. Imagine I don't know, I don't even know what type of elf, but or another, man type of unit. Let's see. Let's have a look. These guys are very cool looking, but they're 2 supply, so it's 40 HP. If it was 1 supply. Each attack reduces enemy damage down and defense by 12%. Each attack, okay. Burn damage receives plus 25. Normal attacks. Damage dealt to units affected by madness or something. This unit here on a formation with a lot of CC and stuff could be kind of nice. Like on Azog or something. That could be cool. Alright, guys. 1 hit. We're still alive, kind of. Oh, exactly who we're looking to hit, y'all. This sucks. Dying so quickly, Saruman. What's going on, man? What's going on? 95 of defense. Yeah, Kirun Zenith is one of the coolest looking dudes. It's a lot of attack, too. I mean, I'll take it. Not a bad hit. Surprised I lost these many on the Swan Knights with Frodo and Sam, though. Very surprised. What's up, Mesmer? I mean, I think it was probably a little bit cheaper for me, this fight. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. 42. You did a lot of healing too. So you did 267, but you did a little bit to yourself. I did 247, and I didn't do much to myself. I took 249. Double, how you doing? Hear me out. Boromir unit attack, Gala support, Sauron stun, and Azog madness immunity could be meta. I mean, I don't know if you're serious or if you're joking, but like I said, not a bad hit, but I would prefer have lost a little bit more with Mountain Trolls. and not have the resource loss here on the Swan Knights. I mean, HP on him is pretty high still. Yeah, I'm not very convinced though. I'm not very convinced yet on this. Surprised he died so quickly though. Let's see in what round Saruman was already dead. By what round? So he's still alive. Round 6, round 7 still alive. Round 8. See, so he died pretty early. He died fairly early. Night fella, I'm watching, but phone gonna die. See you tomorrow. Take care. Hey, Angus, I appreciate you, my friend. We're gonna be closing our live stream very shortly too, so you will likely not miss much, you know. But thank you, brother, my friend. Yeah, I mean, definitely not a bad hit. I love the fact that we're using pretty cheap units here. But still, no, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very happy about this yet. I like that Galadriel's still alive, didn't lose anything really. But I'm struggling to really be happy with how Saruman did perform here. Maybe what I gotta do, I mean, maybe I just have to make him extremely fast. And so, as faster Saruman's definitely better. But I don't want to be going crazy, crazy expensive units. So maybe Berserkers with initiative might be. Yeah, bro, Jack's fast start is insane. I mean, you have any reports, Rayhawk? I mean, I can dig it up here, but I don't want to go into our conversations here. People might, I don't even know. Is it that or just Sarah needs something tanky? Well, it could be a little bit of both. Let me see if I find anything from Jax right now. I never know when people are going to talk about their stuff other than reports, so kind of hesitant to show anything. Like, oh, look, you're talking bad about somebody, or making, kind of joking about something else. So I don't know. Amazing, this huge account with not 4 subs of Saruman the same. Wait. Amazing, this huge account with not 4 subs. I'm not sure, Amador, what you mean. Amazing, this huge account with, oh. Yeah. I tried Dane a little bit earlier, but then he was also struggling. This single formation with, without somebody like Sauron was struggling to do heavy damage. And so, let's see, who else could we run instead? We could try. Put evasion action on him. So it would last 3 rounds. I mean, yeah, we could put, keep him slow and do evasive action. I mean, I got to play around with the gear sets and stuff too. Like we're missing a lot of stuff. And if we made him faster, that alone could kind of help him a little bit. But let's see. Again, my main formation is Sauron, Gandalf the White, and then these 2 for now. Like the main regular build. I like using Galadriel as well. But I don't know. Galadriel is fun. I like using her. But I'm not sure if she's going to be in my main formation for PvP. I am considering running him instead of Gandalf the White on my Frodo and Sam build. Let's see, do we have any The only like support that I see, they have if it was unit defense would have been a tiny bit different. LSR heals just a little bit, but then LSR with Gandalf the Grey could heal about 40k, 45k. Yeah, guys. Well, we're gonna keep cracking at this. Some ideas. I mean, I've had a build like this work just fine before. You know, Frodo and Sam, some white counts went 2 damage dealers. Let's see what we did with the previous one. We ran this a little bit earlier. Yeah, I mean, here we go. You know, this is, if I want to just run this plain and simple, you can do something like this, right? You can run Gandalf the Grey, and then you can run mostly, you know, can potentially just run King of Man and Dane, and you should be kind of fine, right? Run those 4, you should be good to go. And as you can see, I did, you know, fairly well here. See, look, no, he stayed alive quite a bit, running the ponies. What made you pick Frodo and Sam? So I'm trying to build a secondary or third formation. So okay, let me run you guys through my thought process. Because I can run 4 formations, you know, all with best. Maybe they won't have all the best gear slots that I would want, but they can all run full sets of gold gear. The issue that will be for me is resources or amounts of troops left, you know. So I'm trying to build 1 or 2 formations where I can use the stamina and use troops without fully wiping myself every single time I hit something. You know, some builds require some more expensive formation, from more expensive units. Frodo and Sam, as you guys have been seeing here, you know, I'm able to run out of all these 3. If I was running Guardians in all 3 here, the most expensive unit is Mountain Trolls by a little. If I'm able to use less of them every single stamina I use, that means I can probably keep my barracks training non-stop without having to pause. So by running 4 formations, you know, and me being able to find the cheapest possible, then I can continue fighting and helping my team as much as possible without having to go hours and hours and hours without being able to fight. And that happened before. Last week, I was testing some big formations. You guys know, we were testing Guahir, we're testing these other things. And within a few hours, we had to slow it down because we just couldn't keep up with the resource demand of fighting. So I'm trying to build 1 or 2 just, you know, straight up nuke shots, like the regular builds, you know, Saurons or Galadriels, Gandalf the Whites, and 2 damage dealers. I can build 2 formations essentially like that. You know, I can do, I don't know exactly I can do. I know I can do so I got a helm one, right? We can do the helm, Azog, Thorin, and King of Man, or Isildur, or even Guahir, for example, something like that. And that's going to be a straight up, just it hits, destroys the first one. Potentially, if I don't draw in quick enough, the second one gets, you know, he dies on the second one. Fine. I can send both of those out, one on top of each other, and just take out 2, 3, 4 armies together. Okay, but then that means that I have other formations that I never get to run because of resources. So then I'm trying to find formations that I can run that will have minimal losses on the expensive units, so I can keep doing this, rinse and repeat the whole time. You know, it's not very easy to run every season expense. You know, for example, if I run the Guahir formation, it will likely be, you know, that I may be running, you know, Guahir, Azog, Thorin, or maybe Isildur and what's the other one? And Helm. That's gonna be my expensive, medium, expensive, large unit build. I only run one unique build every season, and everything else has to be run with mountain trolls and some cheap units. You know, or else you just don't. It's just impossible to stay, to fight the whole time. And so that's the idea. Yeah, Frodo's relic is good until it it activates. Then it kind of messes up with his own evasion skill. Can we see bad reports from you or the worst results you have? There's quite a few. Let's see. Let's see what we can find. I mean, this report here wasn't very good. This wasn't very good for me, considering that he's running 2 T2s and two mythics that don't really synergize in theory together. So my Dane got wrecked here. Look at that. Just got destroyed, which I have to look to the reports to see why that happened. It doesn't make any sense. Let's see how fast he died. Round 6, round 7, round 8. Wow, he died at the very end and barely did any damage. He died at the very end. Never mind, he's still alive, but his units die very quickly. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have the meta squad. It's because Africo, I'm testing different formations. I'm trying to see if I can build something that's quite strong around Frodo and Sam's tanking abilities. So we'll see. All right, guys. Well, look, we passed the 2 hours. We're almost 2 hours and 20 minutes. Fellow, do you know if troops get the power overwhelming damage reduction even if you are immune to madness? I don't think so. I think power overwhelming is only when you have, just like King of Man's skill. Just like the King of Man's skill, you only get power overwhelming when you are maddened or stunned. Let's see here. Yes, let me just see. Oh, unbelievable. You don't have. You should have. Here. So, when the stun, in the stun or madness status. So you have to be in those statuses. Watching my class while watching you live. Yo, what's up, man? Kind of feel honored. I mean, let's see where we finished in terms of, of 140 merits so far. Definitely behind everybody else, but we're gonna crank it up here. Switch around the formations. There's 3-4 at the same time. We should pick it up. You guys, this is Monday. These guys are already hitting 300,000 merit. These guys are nasty. All right, guys. Well, look, we're hitting 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'd love to stay with you guys longer, but tomorrow we go back to the routine of work, and then in the evening we back here for some more Rise to War live streams. Okay, so tomorrow, don't forget, it's 21 out of 21. We here every day. We actually just surpassed 5,270 subscribers to the Rise to War channel, y'all. Huge shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Angus, who's already probably sleeping or his phone is dead, for the super chat today. If you guys don't know, one way you guys can support the channel is by becoming a premier member of the YouTube channel, and you guys get some perks. And one of them is that beautiful ring next to your name. Look at that. See, Ray Hawk has one. Ghost has one. Let's see. We got, who else has one that I just saw earlier? Angus has one. Cleona has one. And look at that, Ray Hawk. Just don't be shy, Ray Hawk. But that supports the channel, helps me continue doing what I'm doing, which I'm enjoying a lot, by the way, to come here with you guys, theorycraft, have some fun, and hopefully by the end of the season we can all meet up in some crazy PvP. We'll all voice chat, all play around, talk about stuff to end a very awesome season. Okay, But, either way, you guys don't forget to hit that subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. And see you guys. Have a great evening. And see everybody in less than 24 hours in our next episode. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.